Hello, everyone. Hello, Leo. How are you doing, man?
Hello, I'm good. What about you?
I am fine. Do you know what day it is today, Leo?
Yeah, it's live day.
It's Live Day. It's Live Coding Day one more time. Last week, we united here in the YouTube channel and all the other social media from Meteor.js to start building a chat, real-time chat, we could say. I mean, I think every chat is kind of real-time, isn't it? Oh, no, some chats can be async. Anyway, we are building a chat from scratch using Meteor, React, Tailwind, MongoDB, and what else? TypeScript?
TypeScript, yes.
TypeScript. Okay, so I'd like to say hi to everyone that is here right now with us on LinkedIn, on YouTube, and X. How are you doing today? Tell us, where are you watching us from? I always want to know where our audience is. So, Leo, maybe we can explain a little bit what we did last week
Yep.
and what are the plans for today.
Yeah. Well, last week we set up all the basic structure for the chat app, and we got it to a working state and having a single user kind of interact the chat.
Mhm,
It was a little bit ugly, so in this episode we can kind of make it a little better, better
mhm,
looking.
mhm,
Um, and also we can implement pagination and things like that. So we have like already a method, the data layer, and
mhm,
also the publication working. The most basic way you can set it up without pagination, things like that.
mhm.
Now we will expand on that.
Maybe we can show the structure of the project so far and a
Sure.
little bit of how it's looking. Hey, Bruno, how are you doing, man?
Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can. It's on the screen right now.
Okay. So here, like we have the entry points for the app. This is generated by default, I think. So and now we have the imports here. Like we have three main folders inside imports. This is a convention we have, and here we have the method, uh, which is the chat insert. We have the models, where you have the messages collection. It's very simple. We just have messages, but in a bigger application, you have like a chat collection as well, and things like that, and threads. You can This can evolve a lot in complexity,
Mhm,
but for it works for now. And now,
mhm,
yes, we have the app component here. Right now, it's all in a single monolith component. Uh, in a real application, where you want to kind of break it down to multiple components as small as possible.
yeah.
And yeah, we can also we have the server side as well. It's a simple publish here. I
Mhm.
don't think we need to have this here. We could like do something like this outside startup. But yeah, looks way simpler. Yes.
Oh, we do not need that method. This is not, I would say method, not a method, it's a function, right? Why we don't need it?
Uh, because I think it will already work fine. It already registered the publication before the server is actually ready. So I
Oh,
don't. At least I think it's not needed. I never seen it this way before. At least, anyways.
okay. So let's try it. Let's show how
Yeah,
it's working.
Meteor.
Hello to common folk that said hi in the chat.
Let me.
My daughter loved that cartoon, by the way. What's the name of the dog? I forgot. It's
Okay, so
Boat, I guess. Boat. Boat. Have you watched Boat?
boat.
Yeah, the dog Boat.
No. Uh,
It's a movie from 2008.
really?
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, let's not let's not talk about child cartoons. Let's leave it for later.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'll check it later. Yeah, we have this ugly interface right
It's
here,
beautiful.
but it works.
Yeah.
You can see here, and it's also using flex call reverse to kind of get a nice layout for the entries in the chat by using plain CSS.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, okay.
yeah,
So for people that just arrived here and have no idea what that is, like what is that? What is happening when we type something in that box, and when that blah, 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 that all those things you are writing there go to another box? Like what's happening there? Because the idea is to be a chat, but it doesn't look like a chat, right?
yeah, I can demonstrate something. Well, I'll explain the basic components right here. So
Please.
right now we have like this text area. We just type into it, and then if we press enter, a method will be called, and we will insert and document into the messages collection.
Mhm.
So this happens both on the client and the server. On the client, we have mini Mongo, and on the server, we have the Mongo driver directly. So you kind of insert the data both places with optimistic UI. So the
Mhm.
user has an instant feedback as the
Mhm.
message is inserted. So it
So
doesn't. Okay.
it's like this little box was the text box where, for example, you were on WhatsApp, for example, and that box is where you type the message to the other person, and then
Yeah.
the as you said, when you type and press enter, it saves in a collection on the client side, but also on the server side. And how does that happen? Show us.
Yeah. So here we have the method. This is the chat insert. And
Okay.
in the UI, you have the text area, which just call it with call async, basically, and it just sends the content.
Okay, so you have an if there, checking if the keys enter. Okay, and then you call the method, and the method is called, and as you said, automatically it saves on the server and on the client side. So we no need
Yeah,
to configure anything. This is cool.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
this can only, at least easily, the way that Meteor does, can only happen because there is isomorphic code. So the method has stubs on the client, so it runs there as well, and seamlessly do that. But in other stacks, you would have to simulate this interaction, perhaps with a fake promise or something. Uh,
Mm-hmm. I see. Cool. So as you mentioned, what are the next steps now?
Now I want to install Flowbite React to get some
Okay.
basic components going. Uh, and to do that, I'll just show the documentation. Uh, I have in my mind how it works, but I'll kind of just show here. Like this is just these basic two steps to do it. And
Okay.
we already have Tailwind installed. So to get this component library installed, you can just like do meteor npm I flowbite react.
So the idea is to add a better interface with this
Yeah,
component. Okay.
yeah.
So it
So
looks like a little bit closer to a
yeah,
real app.
yeah, yeah. Uh, Flowbite is a kind of Tailwind library
Mm-hmm.
that you can kind of copy paste, but it also has pre-made components for specific frameworks. So you have these blocks of components that are kind of use a Tailwind specific syntax with plain
Mm-hmm.
HTML,
Mm-hmm.
but also you have some component libraries specific for each component frameworks that implement this in native React, for example.
Mm.
So, or
I'd like
Vue
to,
for that case.
yeah, I'd like to say hi to KC that is here one more time with us. Hey man, how are you doing? Welcome one more time to our lives. Yeah, so you're installing this Flowby thing, and now you are what importing it? Okay.
Yeah, we need to register it into Tailwind so it understands the paths for the components inside the package and also for the plugin. So flowbyte.plugin, and it's now registered. And we can go to here text area text, yeah, Flowbite. It will autocomplete for us because it already has TypeScript support. We can remove things like this, these as well, and I think we are ready to go to run.
Casey is mentioning that he prefers Kendo UI for bigger projects. Do you know Kendo UI?
Nope, no,
No.
not familiar.
And he said also that he's gonna have questions. Send us, hit us, send us the
Yep,
questions. Feel
yep.
free, you and everyone that is watching us, feel free to send questions regarding the project or whatever you want to know about our
Yeah,
lives.
we'll do your best. Our best.
Or about Meteor as well.
Okay,
For
so
those that don't know, Leonardo is one of the developers of the core team of Meteor Software. He leads the open source initiatives here at Meteor Software, and yeah.
yeah, we have the text area already there. Like you can see that
Okay.
it's slightly better looking. You have like this outline as well,
Looks the same to
and
me.
yeah, and also it works. Yeah, uh,
I'm joking. I'm joking. I know it looks a little
yeah.
better.
So we can kind of do something like this at a card or something. You can have a I think there is one specific for chat bubbles,
Okay.
but it's not yet ported to React components. But
Hmm.
we can use the card one for now, so it's better looking.
Let's see.
And also here we can make this with some spacing and down blue. So so let's see if it updates in real time. Yeah, we need to adjust here the flex shrink 0. And now we have like these better looking uh, pet boxes. And here, for a larger chat application, you would have like a sidebar or something where you can have history or contacts,
Mm,
things like that.
yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
and yeah, one thing that we can build today is get some simple pagination going.
Pagination.
Uh,
Yes.
yeah, because as the app grows, it will kind of have thousands of messages, right?
Yeah.
Perhaps, uh, and we could make this a lot more complex, but we can start with something simple. With just a load more button.
Yeah.
But for like an enterprise grade application, you would like to have windowing and things
Yeah.
like that to render in a very optimized way and have a seamlessly user experience.
Yeah. I have never developed something like this with Windows and because as you mentioned, like when you talk about chat, there's so many um, things that are common to chats and looks like simple and straightforward, like differentiating the messages from one another and showing them in the right order, and it's something that's kind of showing them in a small window or a big window or a different window depending on the button you try, so adding stickers and adding images, and it's something
Yeah,
that for us we're so used to it, but I never thought about developing this from scratch, and now that I'm thinking as you were saying about the next possibilities, I'm like, you know, having lots of ideas that most
yeah,
of them I
yeah,
don't know how to
and
implement those.
yeah. I mean, of course, there's the UI part as well, but by windowing, I also refer to a uh, it's not perhaps an algorithm, but a strategy to kind of render only the messages that are shown in the screen. So
Mm,
what I mean by that is, like for example, here I use React Window, which is a library that will only render these logs here because we have
mm,
like we have 62, but in some applications you have like 100,000, 200,000, a million DDP logs. So if you handle every single component that is here, you crash your browser, or it will be severely slow for the user. And yeah, you can do like a component profiler for React and things like that to understand the performance. But this is what I mean by windowing. So you kind of,
Honestly.
if you are on the middle of the list, these components will be rendered, and everything that is above it, it will be like a just a stub of an element, basically. But is kind of perhaps essential for an enterprise application. And some native apps already do that in their component libraries on iOS and Android, I think. So they have like their. So for the web, you have to be a little bit more careful because everything that you output on your HTML or your JSX will be rendered. Yeah.
Our friend Common Folk commented here that virtual lists are much more fun than pagination and more about magic. What are virtual lists?
Yeah, virtual list is like a synonym for windowing. Virtual list, you can also have virtual grids. Those are kind of separate sub strategies of windowing, basically, or virtualization. So that's exactly what I mean. Like, it's way more fun. The user has a seamless experience because they are like seeing the same way it's here, but under the scenes it's optimized. So the user doesn't see a difference, but he would only notice if it was too much, right? Because it would be slow and degraded performance.
Let's see. Yeah, I just
So
come
yeah,
up on an article here explaining what is list virtualization. I'm gonna read it later.
yeah.
Okay, so let's do this. Where are we starting?
Yeah. Now we have like components, basic components. I'll not kind of getting too much into components building and things like that. I want to go more into the pagination now, like to
Okay.
build just a simple load more button to get us to understand how we pass arguments to a publication and things like that. It's just very simple.
Okay.
So I'll start with that button, simple button, and you can see that Flowbite already out-completed for us. We can just load more here. We
Okay.
can add some color to gray. And I think it will show up in the UI already. So here, like if we go
Beautiful.
to the top, it is going to be here.
Okay.
And yeah. And also we want to change our publication. By the way, we can improve this structure here, like to have like publications. It's a folder, yeah. So we can have like an index here, yes, and we can move this here just for simplification. Import publications, and it should still work. Yeah. So this looks more like a proper structure, a real application. So, and you can delegate it to sub files here, like I did here, just to show you. And here we can do something like this. It's already auto-completing for us. The sort part is useful, but the limit is too much. We can do
Too
like
much.
4.
Yeah.
And for pages, it's going to be a number. And we don't need to specify it because it is inferred. Pages, then pages times 4 or something like that. And yeah, we can, as you can see, Only 4 items are in mini Mongo right now, so it
Okay.
should be the latest ones. So yeah, you can see that it automatically in the UI. I'm fetching all documents, so you can see that it reactively updates the publication
Yeah.
to
Yeah. Yeah.
forget.
I
And
mean,
so just so you have an idea of the real-time part, I can uh, do a small demo like this. Uh, so yeah, we have
maybe
two
we should.
separate.
Maybe we should add some real messages so it looks like a chat, like "Hi, how are you doing?" and "I love
Yeah,
Meteor," and
hi,
"KC is a great guy," and
Casey is a great guy.
yeah, and "Our boss Fred is on the chat. Take care,"
Our
with what you
boss
said.
Fred is in the chat.
Yeah. Okay. Uh, right.
So
So
yeah,
yeah, looks cool. The
I-
browser side by side
yeah.
showing their reactivity real time.
So yeah, we can go to the app now,
Mm.
and we can have like a state here, like pages, set pages,
Okay.
use stage, and start with one. And on the click here, mm, doesn't need to do anything. I think there, it will increase the window part, the window of things, and here we can pass pages. So we can see that it's already loading more.
Yeah, it looks a bit better as well. Okay, that is
Be
starting to
loading.
look like a chat.
Yeah. So in in a bigger application, you kind of need to account for loading state and things like that. Um, you could do with hooks or whatever. It's a little bit complex, but you could have like a tracker to understand if the messages are updated and the subscription got ready again or something like that. But
Hmm.
here we don't need to worry about it. It will just as the latency is very low, we can just do this and it will update instantly. But
Mm.
in a bigger application, you might want to kind of understand that a little better. So anyways, uh, yeah. Mm, what we can do, what else we can do? Like this is going way faster than I thought it would. Like,
Yeah, maybe we can. What would be the next step? Because since we are doing this like in a single window with no users and just a reactivity part, I don't know. Maybe we could add something that like a way of. I was going to say authentication, but maybe we
yeah,
don't have time for that, will we?
yeah, we could try. We could try. I think it will be easy.
Yeah.
I didn't prepare for it, but we can do it.
Yeah, let's try it.
Meteor accounts, and it will have some docs.
Common folk suggested
We have like Venturini.
attachments. Like,
Yeah, attachments will be a little bit too complex without preparation right now.
yeah,
But we could do that. We could start in S3 and things like that, or directly in the database.
yeah,
Uh,
okay. Okay, so we're going to the
so,
docs.
so yeah, we are going to the docs and accounts. Let's see. Accounts password. I think this is the simplest one. But it's going to the change logs. Oh,
Let's say if I wanted to publish this app in a way that we are able to log in using a specific username and password, and me and you, we could chat through this app in like a anonymous way, we could say. Like we could log in with the same account or with different accounts and talk to
yeah,
each other.
it's already like that. You could store um the the username in the state of the component directly. It
Mm.
would be completely open though. Yeah. I think that's simpler. We could do that first and see. We can just store a name
Yeah.
to be more fun.
We have a
Yeah.
question here from KC
Mm.
related to the attachments. He says that he's using Meteor Picker, and if it is a good idea to transfer files with Meteor methods.
You could do it since it has some encoding for binary inside a JSON. What's the name for the custom package you have? Uh, I even cloned that package, but I don't remember the name now. But we have like this parser that kind of understands that if it's a binary file and encodes it into base 64. And um, it will basically send the file, but it will kind of do that in one single piece. But if you want to upload a bigger file, you want to go with a post request with form data. That will be more efficient, I think, because then the browser will kind of send it chunk by chunk automatically. You don't need to worry about it.
I see.
Uh, for that to work better with Meteor, yeah, that's it, JSON. Yeah,
That's the logic.
so it will kind of read the whole file, encode it, and send it in a single message. That's the issue now. So if you use form data, it will use built-in protocol to handle files, and that will be way more optimized for the server. And you kind of can use Express directly to handle the files with a middleware or something like that.
Okay.
So yeah, uh, we can have a. This is starting to be a little more complicated, so I'll extract into other components. So we can have
Okay.
like a chat, TSX, export function. And, so yeah. Uh,
All right.
so here, like we can have a div and chat. Um, we can pass all that here and take it here. I think it would be simpler.
Uh,
Yeah.
these components that you're adding that are highlighting with this green light color, is this green related to Flowbite or
What
no?
green?
This
Where?
green, the chat word, for example, chat.
You mean here?
Yeah. No, there's
Uh, no.
no. There's it's just a.
It's a normal component. Yes.
Okay. No,
Yeah.
forget I asked
So
that.
yeah. So yeah, still works. So yeah. Uh, and now we can have like a text input and value change name, something like this, and we can pass name. Yeah, there's also, as we are using TypeScript, there's many ways that you can pass types. Uh, some of them are very convoluted, but the simplest way that I enjoy doing it is like just having a type for chat props here, and it will kind of uh, you can pass directly to the expected types here. So if you are doing like something you expect children, you can just like do React and React Node or something like that. Uh,
Okay, so
over
just
here.
a comment here related to uploading and other things. Fred mentioned that Meteorify is a great package for that too. I'm gonna share the link to Meteor Files to those that don't know on the chat. Meteor Files is made by was created by a guy called Dimitri, and he has a company right now based on Meteor Files. and we have recently interviewed him for some video content. We're going to share this in the channel probably next week or the other. Yeah, but it's a very nice interview with him. Anyway, sorry. Now
Awesome.
carry on.
Okay. So yeah, that's it. You can have types very easily in React, and one thing that I also like to do is have it optional, so I don't get too bothered about it,
Mm.
and it just helps me when it's there. But anyways, so here we can expect a name. Oh, sorry, string
Mhm.
and name, and we can pass the name. Um, we could do this like this. So we have content and we have name. So now in the method, we'll be receiving content, name content,
Okay.
and we can just declare them like name string, content string, something like this, just in line. And we can store the name in the database as well.
So
And we need
you
to
are
declare
just
it.
you're just inserting in the database, and okay, you're going to create it there. Okay, okay. You're going to create a property there.
Yeah, that's a new property. Um, in a real application, you would need to kind of have a user collection, things like that. But as this is a public chat and just a proof of concept, we can store the name directly in the database. And also,
Okay.
you could opt to have like this cached, so you don't do lots of joins with a NoSQL database.
Mm.
So yeah,
What are you
and
talking
also
about? This is a real application.
yeah, it's a real application, of course. Yeah. So yeah, we can. Uh, we have now this input here that's really bad looking, but we can try to see if it works. So we can have like Leonardo.
Okay.
One other thing that we can do like is Meteor npm install ahooks. Uh, this I thought just now. I didn't prepare this, so
No, it's fine.
okay. This we can store the name in use locals local store state from ahooks. It's a very nice hook, and it accepts an options. Default value is an empty string. So what this? I need to pass a key. So username. Yeah. So what this will do, it will store the name in local storage. So if
Mhm.
we refresh the page, it will still be there. And let's see this building. Uh, so here, and we refresh the page, it's still there. Leonardo, and there we go. So this is something that was bothering me, but yeah, it's just sharing some knowledge there. Um, and now, if we send a message like "hello," we can expect the the chat to have a div message name property here. So yeah,
Okay. That's from Leonardo.
yeah, and we
Mhm.
can do something. We could, I don't know, go into Flowbite and see if there's a badge. We could do
Yes.
badge, perhaps. Um, badge name. So
Oh,
Yeah, it's a little bit weird. We could
Yeah,
do something like, uh, if there is no name, could say anonymous. And here you can just wrap it into a div, and it will display nicely. Um, did it refresh? It should display better than this.
let's see.
Mm, Span. Not sure what I did wrong there, but is there an inline or something? Uh, we can check the docs. We can do something else as well.
Do you
But
think we could publish this to Galaxy?
we could. I think we could.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if I'm logged in the console. Let me open Galaxy here.
If you want, we can. If you're going to see something that's like not showable, we can take your screen off the screen, so you can
Yeah, I have a
log
second
in.
screen here. I can
Okay.
check on it.
Take care, because last time I did that, I shared my password with a lot of people in my live stream. It was really nice, a nice day. Hopefully, it
Yeah,
was something that didn't matter that much, but anyways, it's not cool.
we can do something like this, I guess. We can store this. Uh, adjust stuff like a very complex message, like very specific. Oh crap! I hate when WebStorm does this.
He's analyzing your
Uh,
code.
yeah, and I click cancel and it's now frozen. Uh,
I have never used WebStorm. Why do you? I mean, I was always like back in the days when I was coding every day. I used to use Visual Studio, not the Code, Visual Studio Code, Visual Studio actually. And then I went to Visual Studio Code, and nowadays I'm using Visual Studio Code. I know like the code completion there is better. What is better there?
yeah, it's 99% of the time better than just code, I would say.
Hmm.
Uh, because it has lots of built-in stuff you don't need to worry about. Let me just open the activity monitor and kill it.
Yeah,
Uh, so WebStorm.
kill it.
Okay. Oh, no need. It's unfrozen.
Okay,
Let's do it. Okay.
you just have to
So,
strategy.
uh,
Strategy.
so yeah, it has lots of built-in things that VS Code need to install plugins. So, and also the few things that you need installed, it's very easy to go there and it's already pre-configured for you. So it gives you lots of things already included
Mm.
very easily. We can do something like this. My app, free. This is just the example. Let's see if it works.
Okay,
Uh,
so you're just
the
using
mail
the.
has already been used on Galaxy.
Ah, you
Well,
have
let's
it.
try Leonardo's app. Leonardo's app.
Leonardo's app. Let's see. So
Should
it's
be very easy.
just Meteor deploy connected to Galaxy is enough to publish it in the domain.
Yeah, it should do it.
Okay, this.
And also you can use push to deploy directly in the settings,
Mm.
but I will not risk configuring it live right now. But
Yeah. Let's go in the less risky way to the
yeah,
least risky way. Okay, so it's preparing to build our app, it's uploading our app, and it's going to publish
yeah,
our app. How's your internet
there
there?
goes nothing.
What's
Yeah, it's good. It should work.
what's the speed of your internet there where you live?
500 megabits.
500 megabits. Okay, so for those that have no idea where you live, tell them right now. Where do you live, Leonardo?
I live in Dourados. No, I live in Campo Grande, Brazil. I moved 3 months ago. I always forget that. Uh,
Campo Grande. It's kind of interesting that when we are speaking English, we are using the accent that Americans
yeah,
actually use when they say the name of Brazilian cities and words. For example, if we were talking in Portuguese, he wouldn't say Campo Grande. He would say
no,
Campo Grande, which is the way that we
yeah.
pronounce. So yeah, you're adapting. Okay, so common folk is saying that he or she lives in Asia right now. 25 megabit, 25 megabits like international. I pay 300. That 25 megabit is way less than yours, right?
Oh wow, for 300. Oh, you pay for 300 and get only 25. Yeah, some
Ah,
infrastructures are that bad. But here, like I think it arrives like 500 megabits. One thing is that there's some things that you need to care for, like your Wi-Fi router and things like that. Perhaps it's not because Wi-Fi is very uh, less powerful, a lot less powerful than the cable. So you need to check if it's just the Wi-Fi.
yeah, yeah. And I have a problem here with this. I don't know how much I pay for, but in my office, that's what I am right now. The signal that arrives here is very low compared to where the main router is that is downstairs in my living room. So I pulled a cable here to the office because it's no way to use this in the Wi-Fi. So he's complaining that's basically Asia you can have internet that only gives you 300 whenever to US. Ah, I don't know if I understand what you said.
Oh, okay. So if you're traveling, you mean like mobile data,
Oh,
mobile internet?
yeah, probably.
Yeah, yeah. That's something that I need to be mindful for my travel next month. I need to get a data plan for my phone that works
Hmm.
internationally.
Where are you going again?
I am going to React Alicante. Uh,
Hmm.
so I'll be staying there like 4 to 5 days, then go to Milan, then to Switzerland or
Hmm.
Lucerne in Lugano, and
Hmm.
then go back. Yeah,
I think you can buy a cell phone chip there that works in every one of these countries. I think you're able to do that. I think that maybe buying here, I don't know what kind of plan you have on your cell phone and internet, but sometimes it's worth it to buy here. Sometimes.
yeah, yeah. My uh, provider kind of so it's deployed, works. Yeah,
Is it working? Send the link to me. Let me see if I can.
yeah. I'll send it in StreamYard. There you go. Leonardo's apps.meteorapp.com. And we can have my name, Leonardo. Hi. And it probably broke.
It broke.
Yeah, let me see the logs. Uh, yeah, if we got the name.
Okay, let me try to add my name. Where's like
Oh, yeah, it
Gabs?
works. It works. Uh,
Oi, 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 oi.
Login. It's, it's working.
Yes, it's working. We have a chat, man. We can chat through our chat now. We don't need to use Slack
Yeah,
anymore. Let's use this instead of Slack.
yeah.
So yeah,
It's
everybody should come to this.
it can run an entire company here.
Let me.
Like a single channel.
Okay, so I'm going to share the app to everyone that is here with us right now. I want to talk on this chat. Let's do it there, here.
Yeah,
So I mean, I know that this is like far from being a real chat. We know that. Okay, so but the time that we spent building this, um, I don't know. It was like pretty fast, and deploying it was pretty easy. Like you typed one command and it's live, and people here are going to access it right now. So this is one of the things that I listen a lot. For those that don't know my history, I've been working for Meteor Software for about 3 months, and I have heard about Meteor before, but I have never used it in my life. And I listen to a lot of people saying, "Oh, the best part about Meteor is the productivity, is the this unified platform that combines Meteor plus Galaxy, and the developer experience and productivity is very high." And this like shows me that this is true. Like, obviously, I'm biased saying this because I work at Meteor Software, and I want everybody here to use Meteor and Galaxy. My work depends on that. Please use Meteor and Galaxy. I'm joking, but yeah, it's true. It's true, right?
Yeah,
Okay, so say hi to us there, Sam. Sam says that the app just loads and he's in Cape Town. Say hi to us from Cape Town. Okay, so we have a lot of people there already in chat.
yeah. Awesome. Awesome. It works. It works.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a comment here for the bundle. Yeah, we are aware of that. We'll improve it. It's in the whole roadmap. No worries.
Yeah, there's a lot of things there that we could do. I know that we had plans of starting some other types of live streams next week, but if we wanted to continue this somehow, there's like a lot to be done. I don't know. Maybe we should talk about that.
Yeah.
So,
Uh,
uh, you want to say something? Go.
no, I was. We were like in discussing about changing the format of the live and things like that for the next one. So perhaps we could in the next ones talk more about architecture and things like that, and to get
Yeah,
people involved more easily with the core. Yeah, it would be cool.
yeah. Leo just said that I don't know if you guys understood what I said, but we started this live streams last week, right? So we did the first one, this live coding sessions last week, last Monday. And then after the first live, we thought that maybe it would be interesting to also do lives instead of building apps, just like we're doing here, focus more on the internals of Meteor. So instead of building an app, we would focus on talking about the architecture of Meteor.js as a framework. So how he handles things. For example, we could maybe we could use the same project, Leo, but we could dive into, like, for example, how this real-time capability of this chat, for example, is happening. Like, what happens when we use that method that we created, like, under the hood? What's going on in there? Like what is Meteor doing with those messages? How is it loading it at the same time in multiple tabs? How it is, what is doing internally, like, and then give an overview about that. What do you think?
Yeah, we could start with running Meteor from a checkout and then running this very app
Mm-hmm.
in the checkout and kind of understand the internals. How
Mm-hmm.
are methods registered and how are the message sent through DDP and things
Mm-hmm.
like that. It can get really down to the details.
Yeah, and then we can keep building stuff there. But every time that we build something, instead of just going to the next step, we say, okay, let's stop and try to understand what is going on here, and then go into Meteor internals.
Yeah, yeah,
That's a way, right? Yeah. So Fred, our boss, is saying that he thinks we should do both building apps and talking about the user. I do agree. We can do like a mix, or we can have different sessions. We could have a session building and a session doing. Yeah.
yeah. We can like do the same in the same show, but like for half an hour, I just introduce the architecture, the checkout, and things like that, and then we pick up with the app and things like that. It's
Okay.
very dynamic. We can do that, I guess.
Just like since we are on this topic, we have a few minutes left before ending this live. And tell us, folks, you that are there with us here right now, what else would you like to see and to know specifically about Meteor for the next streams? Mobile platforms too. Fred is saying that maybe exploring packages is also a great idea. You mean like exploring the details of the packages, or packages that like exploring packages that we could use in the app? He means, what do you think, Leo?
Yeah, we could do both. We can
Both.
explore how the package system works and also uh, show what packages are built. There are many cool new packages that are being released all the time, so we
Hmm.
can kind of do some highlights and things like that. Yeah,
Popular packages on Atmosphere, right? I mean, to be honest, if we wanted, we could do lives here every day, and we would have content, and we would have things to explore and things to do, right? So
yeah,
we just have to ask our boss right now if we can
yeah,
do live streams
yeah,
every day and forget everything else. Let's just do
yeah.
streams. Like,
Stop coding. Let's just do the live stream.
I'm obviously joking, but we could do in a more frequent pace if we wanted. Of course, that we have to think about, lots of things, but will be awesome. Will be really awesome. And yeah, I think that is it for today. Unless you have anything else to share to show people here.
Well, my conclusion is that how to show how easy it is to kind of build an app, and you don't need to overcomplicate things. Premature optimization is a thing, so start what you know to be best, and don't over engineer things. Meteor is tested and true uh, for a long time, and you don't need to reinvent the wheel. So yeah,
Okay.
let's
What?
make Meteor better.
Yeah. So Sam is asking if we can build APIs with Meteor, and my cat just came to say hi to everyone before that. Oh, he said hi actually. Oh,
Hi,
this is naughty. Okay, can we
can
build
we
APIs?
build? Yes. So Meteor is just a node application, and it's already integrated with the Express. So you can build this API with Express behind the scenes and use middlewares and things like that, or even Meteor directly with authentication and things like that. So will I continue to improve this one? Yes, we will. But get more into to reiterate, to get more into the core details of the framework and things like that.
Okay, so thank you very much, Leo, one more time for your time and for your availability to be here live coding with us. Thank you, everyone that is here right now with us in the chat, and also you that is watching this live, but the recorded version of it. If you like this, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, share the content, and all the things that you can do to help us. And I'll see you next week. Same time, same day.